didn't die because I'm retarded. I hope not.
Alright. Post a list soon. I'm just waiting for one person, so let's get the mana passed out. The water passed out.
Alavat didn't get a summon.
He didn't?
Like he's stuck.
And it says he's here.
He's here. Let's zone out and get wait until you see the grade on it.
I guess you got it.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. You're gonna fucking die though. Okay, whatever. Previous stun during these only 5. I'm gonna blow through this really quick. Don't forget the stun. I'll go over there if you're about to die. Yeah, stay on the platform on the ground. Oh, okay. Make sure you guys are killing the wasps first, the white ones first. I'm not gonna mark them all. I have pets attacking me there. Bring everything to you guys, just stay right there. Stack guys on the back. Close the video for quick. Looking on everything that drops off quickly.
That awkward moment where you like fucking go full retard and don't have a druid in your group, that's when you just sit here for the next 4 minutes. LOL. But this is actually a good time to talk to my viewers. You know what? Let's talk. There's a lot I'd actually like to talk about right now, so... And I don't have a lot of viewers right now, but that's cool. Let's see what you guys have been saying, if anything. Alright, that's cool. So here's what I've wanted to been talking about for a while now. So I've been on Nostralia since the launch day. That was 3 years ago, right? I made a character named Dragonaut. No mage, here he is. And I played him hardcore for about a week, and then the server just kept DCing and having issues, so I decided, you know what, this is not worth my time. I'll go and play on Chronos because it just released. So I went and started leveling up a mage on Chronos. And after about a month I realized, you know what, the scripting on Chronos is just not right. It was bullshit. So I left and came right back to Nostralius. At which point the servers were not DCing and the scripting was never bad. It really was the best scripting that private servers have ever seen. So I finally realized, you know what, this is where I'm gonna stay, this is where I'm gonna be, and it's where I've been ever since. And it's been a journey. It's been 3 years for me, you know, on this goddamn server. And in the whole time that Nostralius was Nostralius, I hit 60, I was in a few guilds, but the main guild I was in was Surge. And Yurder was the GM, it was a good time, you know. I missed that time because honestly, like, that was one of the best experiences I've had, where I felt like we were in a really good position with the guild. And then things started to go south, where we started to have like these elitist people within the guild that decided they wanted to, under the table, you know, like do like this whole like betrayal type of thing, where they were within the officers, so they were giving out gear to other people that they liked and planned on merging with like a PvP guild that they really liked that were also really good. And I kind of got put in the maybe table, so like I got fucked over in the guild that I loved, Surge. And the people that fucked us over, they basically had this whole plan to make another guild with Team Bring It, and they joined and they merged together and made a guild called Sorry. And it's kind of a meme because it's like, sorry is like a joke on, they're sorry, you know, they're sorry that they fucked us over, because they knew they fucked us over, and they did, right? And I got put on the maybe table, so I was like, well, okay, I don't know where I stand, but I didn't want to join them. Like, I was just so pissed. Like, that's not cool to do to anyone, you know? Like, if you're gonna actually do that, like, fucking make sure that certain people get loot and other people get no loot just for the sake of your own fucking ego and future, like, that's super lame. So I was against them for the longest time, and all the people that were against them and basically were rejected, like, I guess you could say we were the lesser players. We ended up guildless for a long time, and I honestly was about to quit the game, and then I don't know what it was, but there were so many people that were just kind of like in turmoil and wanted to see a new guild happen, and I felt like, you know, this is a good learning experience, let me try to take the initiative, and I did. I made a guild called Sprite, and it was with a lot of decent players, a lot of less than decent players, but we made it happen. Problazer, Kale, Shim, so many, Schmoozby, El Duderino, Fikey, so many players that came together and we made this guild Sprite, and I was the guild master. They decided I should be the guild master because I was like this voice that was kind of, I don't know why they thought I was a good guild master, honestly, to this day. Like, I don't think I was, but they thought at the time I was, so I did it, and it kind of worked out. Like, for a while we were raiding Blackwing Lair, Molten Core, we were picking up where we left off and doing just fine. And I learned a lot. Like, we were a loot council guild, and at the time, you know, I wanted to prove like what it was like to be a non-biased loot council, so I made sure, I mean, I didn't have a say over everything, but I had to say over casters for sure. Like, I was the caster loot counselor, like, I was the final say on like which casters kind of got loot. Like, other people got their votes in, but like at the end of the day I was like, you know what, no. So like I made sure, like, I didn't even nominate myself for most gear for a long time, and was making sure other people were getting gear. But at the end of the day, like, what caused us to break up was, I guess, like a rivalry, I can't even speak right now, I can't say this word, rivalry within our officers. So there were some that wanted to do things their own way, and others that, you know, had their own ways, and we couldn't come to terms on how to do things, so it ended up just kind of becoming a shit show. And I was on Problazer's side for the longest time because I felt like he was very fair, and I felt like if I let Kale and Shim take over, it would have caused the whole fucking guild to become corrupt. I don't know, at the time I just felt like I didn't trust certain people. Like, I felt like they were very greedy, and as a member in the loot council, they would have tried to gear themselves up, you know, themselves up first. And I even saw that, like, with Schmoozby, who I love him now, like, he's awesome, but like, I just remember, like, when he gave himself the first fucking, I can't think of the sword because I'm not a rogue, but one of the best swords from, not even Maladats from BWL, but it was one of those swords off of, I think it drops off Cro-Mag. I could look it up right now if I wanted to. In fact, you know what, I'm gonna do it, because this is like kind of what started the breakup, honestly. It really was. Yeah, it's Maladats then. Oh no, it's CTS, okay. So the chromatically tempered sword right here. He gave it to himself first, and I'm not saying it was wrong, but the fact that he like took daggers He like took best in slots daggers, and then he went and took that, and like I raged at him, like, and he's an officer in Sprite, right? So I was just having issues. Like, our officers were not in sync whatsoever. Like, we all disagreed with each other. It was a shit show. So finally, like, at the end of it all, I just quit. I said, you know what, fuck it. I saw that sorry, which is the ironic part. Sorry, the people that fucked me over because they were in Surge, half these guys, right? They were in Surge and they betrayed me and created sorry with Team Bring It. And finally they were looking for mages, so I was like, you know what? Maybe they'll want me, you know, I'm pretty active, like, they know I'm fucking about it. And they did, they took me in, and you know what I got from sorry? I got the tier, and I think that was like it, honestly, like, that was it. Like, they fucked me hard. They gave me the tier after, like, nobody needed it. But I spent 3-4 months in that guild, and I was an AQ with that guild, and they gave me nothing. Like, it was all a fucking shit show of just corrupt loot council. And I finally realized that, but at the time, what really caused the disband was when they were exploiting ignites when AQ just came out. And so, like, some of our mages were intentionally, and how you exploited ignites at the time was the mages that got power infused by Discipline Priest were getting like double the benefits of ignite because they were in power infused. It was like a super weird bug where if you had power infuse on and you had ignite control, like, your ignites would basically do 20% more damage and then do another 20%. I don't know, it was just like they were doing like literally on Cthulhu, and I didn't see this coming, but I happened to record it, which is how I ended up leaving the guild, and I'll get into this right now. So I was recording, the guildmaster fucking Dr. Space Jam told me I was good to stream. Like, he told me I could stream. And so we're fighting Cthulhu. This is the first time we killed him, and I shit you not, right when we got to phase 2, the vulnerability, or not phase 2, but the vulnerability phase, literally what happened was our mage that knew what was going on with the bug, he asked for ignite, he asked for power infusion, he got the ignite, his ignite shot up to, I'm not even kidding, 200, like, it was like 200,000 per tick. The boss died in like 3 ticks. Like, every time his ignite ticked, the boss lost 25% health. And so the GMs, instead of like, they saw like it was an intentional deal, right? So they gave them all like a 1 month ban. Oh, I can't talk right now, I'm drunk. A 1 month ban. And I didn't get any sort of ban from it, but I recorded it, so like they all hated me because they're like, if you didn't record it, nobody would have reported it and we wouldn't have gotten this 1 month ban. And I was like, I didn't even fucking know you guys were pulling this shit. Like, I didn't know you guys were trying to exploit Cthulhu, but they literally knew what they were doing. Like, they saw the bug and they kept doing it. We did it on Huhuron and then we did it on Cthulhu. So I just happened to be recording because I like to stream and I like to record what I do, right? So I ended up becoming hated within that guild, and instead of putting up with that, I left the guild and joined Scuba Cops because from my knowledge, I knew they were a good group of people. They didn't say the N-word all the time. They weren't assholes. Like, they were pretty cool guys. And honestly, it was a good experience for a long time for me. It was. Then I had a moment where AQ20 ended up having like a double reset in a week because they had a bug. So I couldn't afford the consumables to run AQ20 twice in a week. And that's what it was. It was like 2 AQ40s in 1 week. And so I thought, you know what? I think I can buy gold and get away with it, and I did. I bought gold, and it looked like I got away with it. Like, I went a couple months before I got banned, and then I finally got banned. And I talked to the GMs, and they gave me a 1-month ban after I, like, basically cried to them and told them, like, you know, I've been here forever, like, forever. This is my server. Do not ban me, like, please, I will never buy gold again. And they finally, you know, they listened. Maybe it's because fucking Shenna was like, I like gold buyers. That's money. I don't know, I'm just saying, you know. So I got that 1-month ban. I came back because they begged me. Because actually, when I got banned, I was like, you know what? I don't even want to come back. But they begged me to come back because I think they fucking loved my DPS, let's be honest. They didn't want to replace me. I came back, and Nax, you know, came out. And they were fucking me over. They started to fuck me over the same way that's fucking Sorry fucked me over. Honestly, like, they gave me the helmet, the fucking boots. Wow, I just died to a bug. Are you fucking kidding? Whatever, I'm not even paying attention. But they gave me like 4 pieces of loot. They gave me like nothing. Right? After Nax came out, they gave me jack shit. And the leggings of polarity dropped, and at the time I had the fucking what are they called? The tailoring, the bloodbind leggings, right? And so I was like, okay, I don't have any crit gear, like, I should probably get these. I was drunk at the time, just as I am now, but I didn't get the leggings, and I hadn't gotten shit. Like, literally, I hadn't gotten shit. And so I was like, these leggings are mine. And I was drunk, and I fucking didn't get them, so I raged at the officers and scuba cops. Right, this was like 3 months ago. I raged at the officers. You could actually look at my stream and see it happen. It was like 3 months ago. And apparently they never fucking got over it, because ever since then, like, I didn't get shit for gear, and I don't know why I didn't leave sooner. Honestly, why didn't I leave sooner? That's a good question, but I didn't. I thought, you know what, maybe they'll listen, maybe they understand my frustration, maybe they'll like go, you know what, this guy does work hard, like he farms consumables every week, he does his job, he does top DPS. I don't know, like, it would just make sense. But no, I got fucked over again by another guild, so I went from being fucked over in Surge, and honestly there was even before Surge, but I won't talk about that. So I got fucked over in Surge, I got fucked over in my own guild. I got fucked over. When I made Sprite, I fucked my own self over trying to look like this fair ass guy, like, that didn't need loot. I gave myself a ring that I don't use anymore. I gave myself... That was it. Like, I think I gave myself... No. Yeah, I gave myself the helmet. That was the one big piece of loot I got. Was tier... not tier, but I gave myself the... Mish. And that was, like, it. And this was, like, 4 months of raiding. So, like, I gave everybody loot before I gave myself loot. And that's how a good officer should be in loot council. They shouldn't be greedy. They shouldn't be like... I'm the officer, so I get the ATS first because I'm the officer. Like, if you don't fucking do DPS, motherfucker, you don't get the ATS. Like, if you don't fucking kill it, then you're not deserving of it. I'm sorry. I get that being an officer takes a lot of work because I was a guild leader before, so don't fucking talk to me about it. You know, I get it. It takes a lot of work, but that's fucking what you want because you're doing it. So don't think that entitles you to gear. It doesn't. It's bullshit that people that think they're officers get gear first. Like, that's the kind of loot council you need to watch out for. And that's exactly what happened in Sorry and in Scuba Cops. Like, those are the type of officers you need to watch out for when Classic comes out. Like, I will avoid those kind of players at all costs. In fact, I'm pretty sure I'm making my own guild when Classic comes out. And I think I've learned my lesson the first time around, and I understand that you need to make everybody happy, but at the same time you need to reward the players that come every raid and perform. It's really tough. It's a tough balancing act of, you know, you will piss some people off at points in time, but you have to realize, you know, being fair to some people might not look fair to others. So I guess what I'm trying to say is I've experienced the worst of the Loot Council, and I'm still playing this motherfucking game. That's the fucking joke. Like, Scuba Cops is no longer around. All those motherfuckers are done playing. And it's the same thing with Surge, it's the same thing with Sorry. Like, I'm the last man standing, and I'm the one that got fucked over every fucking time. It's ironic, because if I had the gear that all those motherfuckers had, like, I would be full bis right now. And you know what? I would still play. I would still fucking play. It's not about, like, it's about the gear, but it's not about, like, getting gear then quitting. It's about getting gear and enjoying that DPS increase. I don't know, like, that's what I want. And so I'm back. I've gone full circle now, and I'm with Pretty Good, which is Problazer, Fikey, the people I named, and Sprite, which came from Surge as well. They're all here and Pretty Good. So it's basically, now that I'm no longer a GM, I'm just sitting back and kind of taking it all in, I guess. No longer, you know, oh my god, really? Pulling a destroy. But yeah, enjoy this stream, guys. I'm done talking. I just really wanted to kind of talk about the history on this server for myself. Like, I've had quite the history. And I'm sure a lot of people have a similar history of, you know, being fucked over by guilds. Like, it happens. It really does. And sometimes it's deserved. Like, sometimes you deserve to not get gear. And then there are times where it's just like complete bullshit favoritism, and you need to avoid those kind of players. Once you start to smell that, like, or, you know, notice that type of shit, like, these guys seem to be gearing their friends or the people that they think are cool or whatever the fuck it is. Like, watch out for those kind of players. Like, if it's about that to them and not about performance, then that's not a guild that you want to be in. I've always based getting loot off of what I like to call the Big Five. And so for me, the Big Five is coming to raids with full consumes, so like farming your consumes, being reliable, which means not just coming to one every 4 raids, like coming to almost every raid, 90% or more, having a good attitude, and maybe some of these rules I've broken, but it's only because of prior circumstances, you know. That was 3, so the 4th would be DPS or HPS or tinking, whichever your role is. Like, your performance is basically what I'm talking about. So performance, coming in with pre-raid bis, that's another one I didn't mention. So that means taking the time to get the gear you should have, farming the consumes you should have, attitude, so that's 4, and then the 5th was, I think I've mentioned all 5, but yeah, so performance, attendance, pre-raid bis, attitude, and what's the 5th? Attendance? I think I already said it, but yeah, there's 5, so whatever. And I did not pre-make a mana ruby. Uh-oh. Oh well, we got this. But, you know, I'm not mad, or I'm really not. It's just kind of sad to see, like, this is how people can be. Like, you need to watch out for that kind of shit, because people take advantage. They really do. And I've learned a lot of lessons about, you know, fucking conniving little fucking cunts that play this game, because that's the type of player you need to watch out for. So anyways, enjoy the stream, guys. I'm now rating with pretty good, and honestly, I don't know what the future of this server holds, but I know at least I'll be raiding next week, and then Christmas will happen, New Year's will happen. We might go down after that, but I'm not raiding on Lightbringer. I'm not leveling on Lightbringer. I'm not interested. They are the reason this server came down in the first place, so I won't support them by playing with them. And I cannot wait for Classic to come out. I might make my own guild, so if you guys are interested in that, definitely hit me up. Another thing, I will be giving out a prize once I hit 100 subscribers. I'm at 94 as of before this stream started, so if you guys are in here, I would recommend you guys subscribe. I'm giving away a $15 gift from Steam to one of you lucky subscribers. So it'll be a random, I will do a random roll in game. I will actually stream that so that you guys can see I'm not just giving it to somebody at like somebody I, you know, choose. Like, I will make it at random, so who knows who will get that. But if you guys subscribe, you have a chance of getting a prize on Steam. I will get in touch with you, so please subscribe, like my videos, enjoy the stream. Yeah, at 93 Sika, so what you're talking about here, this add-on with all the marks, it's actually really handy. It's called Banana Bar. So yeah, just look that up. Google Banana Bar add-on for vanilla. And you can adjust the size and where they're positioned. So I positioned them up there on my own, but like when you actually download the add-on, it'll show up like right in the middle of your screen in gigantic targets, which is annoying, and I've seen people keep it that way. So, you know, a good thing about add-ons and a bad thing about add-ons is, what am I trying to say? So add-ons can be helpful as long as you know how to use them, right? So you need to actually put the time in to fix up your add-ons. Like, you know, for instance, wow, can't fucking think of the name of this add-on right now. The point is, add-ons don't just do the work for you. You have to actually put in some work for your add-ons to work right. You know, you have to customize them, you have to position them. But yeah, that's the name of the add-on. And it's not like a godsend, but it's really helpful when actual like tanks mark their targets. You can just click each target that you need to click without having to like try to actually physically click the target, which can be annoying as fuck. Oh yeah, Luna was what I was trying to say though. So like Luna, when you first get the add-on for Luna, it will look like shit, right? And you have to customize it however you like it before it works for you. So that's kind of the same thing with any add-on. Like any add-on, you have to work on to make it work right. So you don't just download an add-on and it's like, oh, now I'm better because I have this add-on. No, you have to customize it. You have to like go through it and make sure you enable, disable certain things. Like add-ons are a bitch sometimes, but they are honestly a godsend. And I am curious to see what vanilla or what classic, what Blizzard does with classic servers in terms of add-ons, because I could see them just disabling a lot of add-ons and only allowing like certain like add-ons that they approve of, which would be kind of cool, because some of these add-ons, like especially with healers, where they can just mouse over heal a whole raid, like whichever target they're moused over, that's like, you can just be drunk in AFK and like be a god healer. So I would like to see some add-ons, you know, not working or not allowed. But, you know, time will tell on that. Like I said a long time ago, not a long time ago, like a month or two ago in one of my streams, I'm dead. Why'd I do all that? Oh, I'm not dead? Wow. Like I said though, like a little bit ago in one of my streams, I expect Classic to come out sometime 2019. I know Alex likes to think 2018, which would be really promising. I think he's right when he says Blizzard's really quiet around the holidays, New Year's, and they will give us more details here in January, February. But I think I know the date. Like, I just have a hunch, right? So what year did World of Warcraft come out? 2004, right? So here's my thoughts. I think a logical date would be after Game of Thrones ends, right? Because honestly, we're all fucking nerds here, and Game of Thrones is something we all wouldn't fucking just... I actually would fucking postpone watching Game of Thrones to like binge WoW, but the point I'm trying to make is, okay, not about that, that's stupid. Disregard what I just said, I digress. So it'll be halfway through, or around halfway through the next expansion, which is Battle for Azeroth, and I don't believe they've come out with an announced date yet still, but I think it'll be September, October for the Battle of Azeroth. So I think logically a good date for them would be right after the Game of Thrones last season ends, which is supposed to air December-ish 2018, right? So I think 04, meaning January 4th, 04, 2019. That's the date I'm gonna go with, and that's the date I think would be the earliest we could hope for. And honestly, the number 04 will probably be something they will put in, so I think it'll be, if it's not January 04, it'll be February the 4th or March the 4th. It'll be the 4th of some sort of fucking month. Maybe 04, which would be a little late for my taste, but I could see that happening, you know? Like, there's always that type of thought when these people come out with dates for release. But there's also the thought of what will get them the most money, what's the right time of year. They won't do it during the summer. The winter is good, but not during the holidays, so like right after the holidays. September would be great, but like I said, I think September will be the great time for Battle for Azeroth, and they don't want to compete those two. So Battle for Azeroth 2018 September, and Classic Vanilla January 4th is my guess. So don't mark my words on it, but you know, I think I'm fairly close to the right date, and we'll see when time, you know, gets a little bit closer. But I told y'all, just remember I told you first.
Here we go.
But back to the game at hand. So Amos, the hunter, right? So phase 1, she flies up in the air. It doesn't matter. Well, it does matter. So whoever has highest threat on Amos is basically going to take a poison debuff of nature damage that will stack on whoever holds the threat. So if it keeps swapping between different DPS, then everyone that had gotten top DPS at one point or top threat will get a stack. But if it's on the same person like myself, that I'll just keep getting stacks until like I take thousands of damage per second. So hopefully I get it, but I don't like to hold it the whole time because then I'm basically taking so much damage that I'm taking it. Why is it? There it is. So there's the debuff I'm talking about. I got it right now. I'm highest threat.
Invincible.
Yes! So like that's how you do the fight as a caster. You do all out DPS right before the boss lands, you stop all DPS, otherwise you end up dead. Like I think one of our warlocks died because this warlock died because he didn't stop or his dots kept ticking and he had highest threat. And then you basically do slow DPS on the boss until the tank gets threat, and you look out for those bugs that come flying down, which I did, and the second they get close you just fucking AoE the shit out of them, which I did. I pretty much killed those bugs all by myself, and that's how you get top DPS on that fight. Like, I went from number 6 or 5 to number 3, and I've been talking to my viewers all night, so, you know. I'm fucking burping right now because I can't stop with the alcohol. Like, I'm a fucking binge drinker. This is what this server has done to me. Like, all the shit I've endured, like, I can't help but drink when I play this goddamn game. But I really appreciate you guys watching. Back to what I was saying about my subscribers. I really hope I get some more subscribers tonight. If I hit that 100 mark, which I'm only 4 away on, then I will be giving out that prize, and I will announce it live whenever that happens. So be tuned for that. I will announce who the winner is, and then I'll try to get in touch with that person via Facebook, or not Facebook, via YouTube. I'll message you, or if I know you personally on Discord, I'll try to message you. So my name on Discord is Dragonaut, but it's Dragonaut #0682. So just message me if you are a subscriber, and whenever that happens, which will be probably tomorrow. I think tonight I'll hit 100. Like, I have faith in you guys tonight. Hit subscribe. I'm 4 away from 100, so hit subscribe and you will get possibly, I mean, it'll be like a 1 in 100 chance, but you might get a prize. $15, I haven't decided yet. I might go higher. So I will give out a Christmas gift, you know, through Steam. So it'll be like some sort of Steam game. I haven't decided which game yet, but the point is, fucking subscribe. I'm not making anything off my videos, obviously, like, I'm fucking Down syndrome boy here, but I like to give around the holidays, so I should probably give to people that need it, but I feel like maybe one of you viewers could use something, so I hope the right person gets the fucking prize. So definitely subscribe, and you might be that one. That's because the Night King took him over, so he's just kinda... he's a dead one. This is Viserys. But hey, I appreciate you guys listening to my rant tonight. Like, I didn't intend to do that, but you know, it's been a long time on this server and I've gone through a lot of shit, and I'm sure a lot of people on this server have. Like, it's been a 3-year adventure, and honestly, I've loved most every minute of it. There have been some times where I've just wanted to quit playing, and for some reason I didn't. But I'm still here, so I'm prepared for Classic, let's just say that. And I know which type of player to watch out for, and I know which type of player I want to play with. And I think I'll be making my own guild, and like I've been saying, I do not appreciate people that are in it for themselves or in it for the gear. alone. Like, it's all about building a community and working as a team to make, you know, a strong guild. And I haven't learned all of what it takes to be a good, you know, officer or guild leader yet, but I know what to watch out for, which is the type of officer that wants this gear first because they're an officer. Like, maybe, but if you do that, it leaves a bad taste in all of the Razor's mouths, let's be honest. Like, I understand there's a lot of work that goes into being an officer and guild leader. Like I've said, I've done it, but I'm just against that kind of mentality. You know, gear comes from showing up, doing your best, and not just your best, but doing well, like actually performing, not causing wipes, coming with the right gear that you could have gotten on your own from not raids, but from actual dungeons. Like, if you show up to a raid come classic and you don't even have like dungeon pre-raid bis, then you know what, I might not consider you first in my guild. Like, I expect people to show up with pre-raid bis and enchants and attendance and all the things I mentioned earlier. So I just wanted to start talking about that because I think Classic will be about a year from now, so whether or not Light's Hope will be, I will be. And I will not go anywhere. So I really appreciate my viewers. Like I said again, hit that 100 mark on subscribers tonight. Please like and subscribe, and I might be giving you a prize. A Merry Christmas prize, and I hope you guys have a good night and Happy New Year's. Definitely tune in this next Wednesday. We will be raiding Nax once again with Pretty Good. I think now that myself and El Duderino and some others have come back to Pretty Good, I think we have a good chance of killing KT because they have not killed him yet. But now we have a chance, so be tuned for that, guys. And thank you again. Have a wonderful night. Thanks for liking and subscribing. Bye.